Now on NBC Palm Springs at 6, with 2026 just around the corner, many families face an important deadline: enrolling in health insurance. We have details on what you need to do if you still need to enroll.
Local environmental groups are weighing in on a massive proposed complex planned on tribal land in Palm Springs that's receiving widespread attention and some pushback.
Temperatures will continue to go up. A full forecast coming up. And yeah, middle of December, we're in the mid-80s. NBC Palm Springs at 6 begins now.
Now, connecting the valley, this is NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Sandusky.
And I'm Mark Mester. A warehouse project in Palm Springs is drawing community concerns tonight. That's our top story. If approved, the warehouse would stretch over 2 million square feet. Our Brett Rosen joins us live tonight with the warning from a local conservation group. Brett?
Mark, right behind me, you can see the stretch of land that this development would be on. The project was proposed by the Agua Caliente Banaqui Indians and it'll be built on their land. The tribe says this project would create new revenue streams, but local conservation groups are warning the development might do more harm than good. The project is called Desert Mountain View Business Park. It'll be a sum of 4 different warehouse buildings on a stretch of land over 200 acres. It would be located between Interstate 10 and Highway 111. The Agua Caliente tribe says the project would be for warehousing and up to 700,000 square feet of cold storage. Agua says the project would create new revenue streams and support the tribe's goal for self-governance. Local conservation groups have vocalized the dangers of the project. We reached out to the Oswit Land Trust, and they gave us a statement that said, in part, our concern is that the private developer wants to build a project of unprecedented scale. Later on in the statement, voicing how the community wants to know how a project like this would affect traffic, air quality, and water resources. Agua drafted a tribal environmental impact statement. Aesthetics and noise weren't an issue. However, impacts on air quality, even with mitigation ideas presented, could still occur. The Agua Caliente tribe had put out a notice of availability where it mentioned a December 1st public meeting where locals can voice concerns over the project. And it was Palm Springs Mayor Rhonda Hart that put out a notice that people can still voice their concerns over the project by the end of the day on December 8th. This came after Rhonda Hart said in a statement to NBC Palm Springs that he found out about this project on December 5th. Later in the statement, Rhonda Hart says how the Agua Caliente Tribe Council followed all protocols on posting the necessary review notice. Later on saying how the city should have done a better job at raising awareness of the December 1st meeting. City Council agenda, an administrative analysis of the warehouse project for this Wednesday. Rhonda Hart says he has requested that that would be taken off the agenda. Live in studio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
Brett, thank you. We're bringing you outside for a live look tonight. Our Agua Caliente casino camera, downtown Palm Springs, which if you were in the area on Saturday was all holly and festive, all jolly for the Festival of Lights Parade, which was on Saturday. We had a great time broadcasting that for you. And from there, let's take you up to the top of the tram. Live look from the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. And we're going to keep the holiday festivities going on Wednesday. The tramway's Sounds of the Holidays concert series continues with Shadow Hills High School Chamber Singers. You can catch all the classic holiday carols, holiday hits performed at the tramway's Mountain Station. Showtimes 5 and 6:30 on the Pines Cafe stage, and it's included with regular tram admission, so you don't want to miss that. Isn't that just a gorgeous view back down on the valley floor from up there?
It looks gorgeous. I haven't made it up to the tram yet. I went one time. It was a 3.5-hour wait.
Yeah, it's a popular thing to do right now.
Yeah, but I don't wait. Pablo doesn't wait ever. You two were amazing on the Festival Rights Parade, by the way.
Thank you.
Olivia and Mark rocked it. Awesome show. I was out of town, so I couldn't be there. Temperature 76 degrees right now. Winds very light, just 5 miles an hour. Low humidity 22%, so the hair's still looking nice with that low humidity, but it is warm and dry, nearly 15 degrees hotter than what we'd expect this time of year. Light Santa Ana winds and absolutely no cloud coverage, making it feel even hotter than the mid-80s. Temperatures currently 76 in Palm Springs, 68 in Indio, Yucca Valley at 55, Big Bear City coming close to freezing at 37 degrees. Dew points in the high 30s, so it does feel a little bit more muggier than it should. Temperatures will start dropping down after 8 o'clock. 3-day comfort air forecast. mid-80s, which is usually gorgeous, except you think about it, we're mid-December, mid-80s. That is hot. No cloud coverage. It'll be sunny for the next 3 days. 7-day forecast coming up. I'm Pablo Alsina. Back over to Mark.
All right, Pablo, thank you for that. We've learned the identity of a 20-year-old skateboarder who was hit and killed in a vehicle crash near Desert Hot Springs late last week. The California Highway Patrol says that Juan Mejia Cavillo Jr. was killed on Mountain View Road last Friday night. Investigators report a white Chevy Camaro was heading south when it illegally passed a slower vehicle over double yellow lines and then struck Mejia. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver stayed and cooperated with authorities. Mejia's family is now mourning his loss, and there's a GoFundMe page that's been set up for him. You can find that on our website. It's at NBCPalmSprings.com. Just click on our newsroom tab.
2 18-year-olds have been arrested for allegedly opening fire on sheriff's deputies in Thermal. Authorities telling us Guillermo Alexander Martinez and Eric Diaz Orozco were booked today on charges including attempted murder of a peace officer after a shooting Friday night near Avenue 70. Deputies were responding to a report of shots fired when a vehicle drove by and allegedly fired multiple rounds towards them, striking a patrol car. That's according to officials. No deputies were injured and no return shots were fired. Investigators later identified Martinez and Orozco as additional suspects tied to the shooting after previously identifying Gustavo Barrera Pena, an 18-year-old of Thermal, as an additional suspect.
Supervisor V. Manuel Perez, who is the chairman of the Riverside County Board of Supervisors, is bringing the annual State of the County address to the Coachella Valley this week. The event's going to be this Thursday over at Acrisure Arena. And while dinner tickets are sold out right now, a free overflow viewing area and free parking will be available for those who want to attend. The presentation gives residents a look at the county priorities, progress, and the year ahead.
With the new year right around the corner, many families are facing an important deadline: enrolling in health insurance. Those who don't sign up on time could start the year without coverage. Medi-Cal enrollments have dropped recently, but community clinics like InnerCare are stepping in to help. Our Antonio Marquez has the story.
There has been a decline in enrollment for Medi-Cal, but due to changes coming up, InnerCare clinics are urging community members to sign up. The end of this month marks the deadline to enroll in Medi-Cal, which is why clinics like InnerCare have a dedicated department to help everyone seeking assistance to access this important health resource.
Right now, when you apply for first time, it's not for sure that all the changes it will be included, because remember, we are in California and we have a lot of benefits to live in this state. So right now the renewals, they say it will be every 6 months. If you apply, they will ask for a little bit more information about you. It will be more specific, all the things. That's why if you have medical right now, you should keep it. If you don't have, you know what, Blanca, I'm gonna be a resident in a couple months, I'm in the process. Don't worry, just ask the lawyer who is in the process. Remember, the medical is not a charge, a public charge. It will be, you can come and we can give you more information. We can guide you and all the process.
The requirements to apply are minimal, but very helpful. Even so, many in the community have not enrolled due to misinformation and fear.
You can see last year we have a lot of people, even before the new administration changed, we have maybe 15 applications per day, maybe 20 as a Mecca Thermal, because we have a lot. We work as a health navigator. We go to Blythe, Hemet, Mecca, Oasis, and we have a lot of people, applying right now. We have maybe like 3-4 a day, which before we have like 12, 15. You can see the decrease.
Remember to sign up before the December 31st deadline to receive all the benefits starting in the new year. Antonio Marquez, NBC Palm Springs.
All right, thanks to Antonio for that. Coming up next tonight, CAL FIRE is sharing tips and insights into Christmas tree fires and how you can prevent them this holiday season.
Plus, the season of giving continues. We have a look at some of the toy drives and donation efforts that are underway across the valley.
And a quick look at your gold and silver prices to kick off the work week. Stay with us. Those headlines and more right after the break.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts, digital exclusive content, contests, and more. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Welcome back. As you deck the halls this holiday season, CAL FIRE is reminding everyone Christmas tree fires can turn festive moments into a dangerous emergency in just seconds.
The most common culprits, faulty lights and heat sources placed too close to the tree. Once a tree ignites, flames can quickly spread to things like presents, curtains, and the rest of your home. CAL FIRE says a number of house fires over the last 5 years have been reported across the county due to Christmas trees going up in flames.
Between the years of 2020 and 2024, there was more than 143 fires that began in Christmas trees in homes. 20% of Christmas tree fires were caused by bulbs or lights. 40% of the fires started in the living room, which is where most of our Christmas trees are located.
To keep your holidays safe, officials say to start by choosing a fresh tree with green needles. They advise to keep it well watered, make sure it's far from heat sources like fireplaces, radiators, or any heating vents. Use only lights that are in good condition and approved for trees, no frayed wires or cracked bulbs. And before you head to bed each night, turn those decorative lights off.
New at 6 o'clock tonight, this morning, members of the Palm Springs Gay Men's Chorus paid a visit to Martha's Village and Kitchen, dropping off several carloads of toys and gifts from their recent holiday toy drive. This generous donation from chorus members and the Mattel Corporation will help ensure clients of Martha's Village and Kitchen have presents to open on Christmas morning. This is the 5th year the group has partnered with Martha's Village for a holiday toy drive.
Palm Springs Bar Booze Hounds is getting ready for a night of dogs and holiday cheer with their Bow Wow Ball and Holiday Block Party. It's happening December 19th from 6 to 11 at night, designed by a community-driven celebration benefiting the Palm Springs Animal Shelter. Hosted by Ethelina Can, this festive outdoor event features live music from concerts under the stars, holiday cocktails, pop-up vendors, bonfires, and those bonfires come with s'mores. The highlight of the night, a doggy drag pageant with 5 playful categories, celebrity judges, and adoptable pups strutting the runway with actress Anna Kemp as the celebrity judge.
Booze Hounds and GED have partnered up. We love each other and try to do as many things together as possible. And we want to do several block parties throughout the year. And we thought our first one should be the Howl at the Moon block party on our parking lot out here. We work with the animal shelter a lot. We are big supporters of the animal shelter and what they do for the city.
The event will bring a lively outdoor setting on the expansive Booze Hounds patio with multiple bar setups provided.
And Desert Hot Springs is ready to light up this season as their annual Parade of Lights returns, this time with a colorful new holiday street art parade festival theme. It's on Saturday, that's December 13th. It starts at 5:45 in the evening, traveling along Palm Drive from Mission Lakes Boulevard to 2nd Street. Palm Drive will sparkle with floats like our NBC Palm Springs one that you see right there. There will also be local groups bringing some creativity and holiday cheer to the streets. So we'll have some NBC Palm Springs team members there. We can't wait to see you out there. Live look now from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Almost nice enough to jump into the pool this week. Pablo Alcina will tell you more about that right after the break.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Happy Monday. Gorgeous night already. The temperature's starting to dip down below 70 degrees, but it's been hot pretty much all day, and we came close to a record. Usually this time of year, we're at 69 degrees. Today, 84, just 5 degrees cooler than the record of 89 set back in 1938. So yeah, definitely a hot start to December. Every single day has been hotter than normal temperatures. We're also the hottest in the Southwest at 84 degrees. LA pretty hot too, 82. Future precipitation, we can fast forward this all the way for the next 10 days. Won't see any green. No rain expected for the next 10 days at least. Winds very light right now, just 6-mile-per-hour winds in Palm Springs, 11-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Whitewater, which is the strongest winds in the area. High temperatures we saw today, the highest around Palm Desert at 84 degrees, Palm Springs with a high of 82, Cabazon with a high of 75, and even Big Bear City pretty high for them, high of 54 degrees. The lows tonight, 56 in Palm Springs, 49 in Palm Desert, 29 Palms, 46 degrees. Shout out to all the servicemen in 29 Palms. Palm Springs, if you're going walking, 68 degrees by 6 p.m., but stay watching us and the Fred Rogan Report. 64 degrees by 8 p.m. at midnight, still above 60 degrees. So definitely was a lot cooler last week than it was this week. And the temperatures will continue to heat up as the week goes on. Our 7-day comfort air forecast, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, gradually getting a little bit hotter each day. Hardly any cloud coverage, so it's going to feel even hotter than that. It almost feel like you're in the 90s, even though it's in the mid 80s. Saturday, then finally high in the high 70s, but not till the next Saturday and Sunday. I'm Pablo Alcina at Pablo Alcina on Instagram. Follow me, send me a message. I reply to every single message. Break.
You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts. Digital exclusive content. NBC Palm Springs Sports with Tim O'Brien, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Welcome back. This weekend, a local boxer will be back under the national spotlight with hopes of redemption. Caitlin Kelly has the story of Mighty Brooke Cibrian.
This Saturday in Los Angeles, Brooke Mighty Cibrian of the Coachella Valley steps into the ring for a high-stakes rematch, a showdown that could change the trajectory of her career. She faces Glendale's Gloria Munguia for the vacant WBC International Flyweight title. Their first fight back in January went the distance. Munguia winning by unanimous decision after 8 intense rounds. But that close, high-energy matchup sparked immediate calls for a rematch.
It's a new fight. I'm excited to show the world the improvements. A year later, I want to show why we deserve to be on top.
Cibrian enters the bout with an 8-2 record, including 4 knockouts, and has won 4 of her last 5 fights. Her only recent loss coming to Munguia.
To be able to end the year on this note is such a blessing, especially starting off with the loss. So to be able to get to end the year with this opportunity to get the rematch, 1, and then 2 for a title. So I'm just taking it all in and knowing that it's all part of God's plan, and I'm just here to, take full advantage of that.
And as excited as Brooke is about the rematch, she says she's proud to step into the ring and represent the Coachella Valley.
Coachella Valley is my home now, and we've been embraced by the Coachella Valley so well, and we've just given so much effort and love back, and I think it's, you know, it's just been a reciprocal relationship, and I'm so excited to represent the Coachella Valley because there's so much boxing history here.
The fight will air this Saturday on Amazon Prime pay-per-view. With NBC Palm Springs, I'm Caitlin Kelly.
Well, a viewing party for the fight will take place Saturday night at Black Cat Pizza in Palm Desert. Brooks fight, the co-main event on the card. That'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
A new movie starring Casino Royale's Mad Mikkelsen finds the actor portraying a hitman hired to take out a very unusual target. Here's Rick Damigella.
Is that enough to kill a monster?
What makes you think I kill monsters?
A young girl hires the hitman next door to deal with the monster under her bed in Dust Bunny.
You're a monster. You believe in you.
Star Trek Discovery and Pushing Daisies writer Brian Fuller marks his big screen directorial debut with the film.
Now's the time, and this is the story, and it also harkens back to all of the gateway horror movies that I loved in the 80s, whether it was E.T. or Poltergeist or Gremlins or Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. There were all of these wonderful high concept stories that were deeply rooted in the emotional disconnect that we all feel as children, but also put the children in the forefront as the heroes of the story.
I know what's real.
You think you know?
You think you know.
I love the universes of Brian. Brian has a mind that works on a different level than the rest of us. So when he pitches something, you can be absolutely sure that there's much more to come once you see the story. That comes down to the costume you're wearing, the wallpaper. Everything is heightened. Everything is almost like a painting, a piece of music by itself. I've got $327.42 here. I don't know. Where are you getting all this money?
I robbed the church.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
And nominations for the 83rd Golden Globes Awards were announced Monday morning. One battle after another is the lead contender for the awards with 9 nominations total. The film stars Leonardo DiCaprio. It's directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, who both received nods for acting and directing. The film's sentimental value and Sinners had 8 and 7 nominations each. And as for television, The White Lotus leading for most nominations with 6. Then the Netflix hit Adolescence with 5.
If you'd like some more information on the stories that you saw during tonight's broadcast, you can go to our new website. That's NBCPalmSprings.com. That's where you're going to find our top stories as well as breaking news. We're going to take a quick break, and we're back right after this.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Brighter Side of the News is brought to you by Fiesta Kia. Discover the all-new Fiesta Kia located in the I-10 Auto Mall.
All right, before we go, check out this video taken by a Ring camera in Palm Springs. A viewer sending us a trio of raccoons making a little late night visit there. Not that common that you would see raccoons here in the Coachella Valley, taking a little visit to a doorstep. Looks like the desert cold has all types of critters making their way down the mountain, investigating, probably seeing what kind of snacks they can find. The city of Palm Springs says it's not unusual to maybe come across mountain lions, bobcats, coyotes, and raccoons. I think out of those four, I'd prefer to see raccoons at my front door.
Yes. They're becoming more domesticated. There was an article recently about they're too friendly with raccoons.
They're very friendly.
So,
Fred Brogan's next. We're back at 11.
Like pulling teeth with no Novocaine, no tools, no office, and no dentist. What am I talking about? Try to get officials in Riverside County to be transparent. And now one investigative reporter is suing to get the truth. Welcome in. It's a new week, but it doesn't seem like much has changed at the Riverside County jails. We've told you about the lawsuits filed by the Walter Clark Legal Group after the deaths of inmates. Riverside County jails have had one of the highest number of inmate deaths recently, especially in 2022. Now, a group called the First Amendment Coalition, along with New York Times investigative journalist Christopher Damian, who also worked at the Desert Sun, are suing the county as well. They're trying to force the release of records like coroner's reports and investigation videos about 46 deaths under a new state transparency law. But the county has been stonewalling for over a year, despite taxpayers already shelling out over $13 million to settle wrongful death lawsuits. Christopher Damian joins us now. Christopher, welcome to the program tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. So you are dealing with something that, by the way, we have dealt with on our show many, many times with Riverside County and the various cities out here. Talk about the story you wrote and the problem you're having now.
Yeah, so this story is actually kind of a culmination of an effort that's been going on for several years now. I filed suit with the First Amendment Coalition against the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. We filed suit over actually several records requests we made last year when I was writing for the New York Times. Those records requests were about various items, investigative reports, videos, photographs, evidence that was collected all around deaths in custody in the Riverside County jails. I'm sure you probably know, or maybe we should inform your viewers that Riverside County jails are among the deadliest in the nation. Right. And I've been writing about those deaths in the jails for several years now.
And it was very difficult for you to get information about it, right? It took you a while. You really had to dig because nobody's talking.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, as you can imagine, whenever a person dies in the government's custody, an investigation happens of that death. Subsequently, the public has a right to review that investigation, to review the videos, the photos that were gathered in that investigation. California law makes that very clear that those items are releasable by public records requests. I made those requests last year, and the Sheriff's Department has withheld many items from me. And it has become abundantly clear in partnership with the First Amendment Coalition that we'll need a judge to step in and clear the record for us.
Christopher, well, first of all, talk about some of the things you found out. Then I'm going to give you some advice. Well, what were some of the things you found out in your reporting?
Yeah, so over the last, 5-6 years, I've been looking really closely at conditions in our local jail system. I think within the last 2 or 3 years, I really started to find some very concerning things. In 2022, 19 people died in the sheriff's custody here locally in Riverside County. It's the highest it's ever been recorded by the county per state records. And like I had mentioned, it actually shot them up to the second deadliest jail in the nation. I had been finding, basically that reports that were written about the investigations of those deaths internally are not matching the information that's being reported by the department publicly. And that's obvious in the Department of Justice data. That's the department that the Sheriff's Department has to report information to. That Department of Justice is also currently investigating the Sheriff's Department for civil rights violation allegations. Those, the sort of discrepancies between what the department has been finding internally might contributing to these deaths, the discrepancy between that information and the information reported to the public is very concerning.
You know, on this show, we try to find stuff out. We look into things, we investigate things, and oftentimes we have to turn to the old public records request. There you go. Okay, now you're going to hear it. You're stonewalled, you're lied to, they lose the request, somebody forgot it, they can't find the records. That is standard operating procedure out here. I've always found it fascinating. I guess if you stick with it long enough, you might get a little morsel of something, but you're not getting the records because they don't want you to see them, Christopher. It's pretty simple. And if they don't turn them over, what does that indicate to you as a journalist? They're hiding something, right?
Certainly what they're withholding is suspicious.
And what do you think?
So, yeah.
What do you think will be in those reports, given what you've heard from sources?
Discrepancies, more of the same discrepancies we've been seeing, you know, and I think that is really what is important for the reporting I do. Public accountability reporting, corruption reporting, is when the government is, again, telling the public something different than they're telling themselves internally. You got corruption. I mean, you have something that at the very least needs to be ironed out for the public to see. And again, going back to my previous comments, I mean, when people die in the government's custody, the public has the right to know what happened truthfully, honestly, accurately.
It's great talking to you, and I appreciate you joining the show tonight.
Thanks, Fred.
Contributors on the program tonight: Sue Abramovitz, Vice President, Palm Desert Sister Cities, and CEO of FG Creative, Stephanie Green. Steph, law says those records have to be released within 45 days, a request made over a year ago. What do you think is happening here?
Well, that's always been concerning about public records requests, that they don't seem to get to them as quickly as they should. I would agree. It looks like they're hiding something. And as a taxpayer, yeah, I don't think that's the right answer. If that's the law, then they should be abiding by the law.
Sue?
I agree with Stephanie, but I read in the article today that during an active criminal investigation, the people doing the investigating can hold it up for 60 days. And then after 60 days from the death incident, depending on all the local stuff, they can hold it up for another 180 days. I find that fascinating. It just gives them an excuse to not do anything.
Yeah, what's fascinating is they do that all the time out here, and it doesn't matter who you're dealing with. You always deal with this. County's been named in 15 ongoing wrongful death lawsuits. Steph, who needs to be held responsible here?
Well, clearly the county. Again, this is a topic I don't think I know enough about to speak knowledgeably, but the other thing is it's in the prison systems, and these are pretty bad people in the prison system that are getting put back there time and time again because they keep getting let out early. So there's obviously high tension. There's obviously problems just being in the jail system and how we're dealing with these truly terrible people. So something's broken. It's broken at the top, and they certainly should be reporting back to people who ask within the rights of what's really going on.
Sue, the sheriff oversees the jails. Do you think people trust him when it comes to the jails?
I'm sorry, what did you say? I couldn't understand you.
Well, the sheriff oversees the jails. Do you think people trust him when it comes to the jails?
No, not at all. And I think he needs to be held accountable.
All right. Last week was a roller coaster ride for Cathedral City resident Christina Bruno. Our Alondra Campos spoke to her about the little food pantry Christina had erected in her yard. Then the city came and there was some confusion about the little food pantry's future. Finally, the city and Christina worked it all out. And today we got this from Christina. We are ready to permanently put our new pantry in the ground. The city has approved it, just leaving Home Depot with cement. I am so happy. We should have it in the ground this evening if the cement sets. So again, thank you for Cathedral City working with Christina. The people she helps with the pantry, thank you as well. And to Christina, we hope your actions inspire more Valley residents to open their hearts and help those in need. Once the new pantry is all set, we'll let you know. Started your holiday shopping? If you're like most people, you haven't even thought about it. That may be a good thing because this study basically confirms what we've all been feeling. People are so stressed about money and rising costs right now, they don't want another gadget or sweater for the holidays. Their number one holiday wish? Have somebody pay their bills. Specifically, a huge chunk of people, over half, would prefer cold, hard cash or help with essentials like rent, utilities, or credit card debt over any wrapped gift. Looks like financial anxiety is taking over the holiday spirit for a lot of Americans. This year, particularly, is the ultimate expression of love. Okay, some people find giving cash or gift cards cold. What do you think, Sue?
I think that's fine. If that's what the kids want, the grown-ups, the kids, I'm all for it. But I always write them a love letter that goes along with it.
Yeah, here's your money.
What about you, Steph?
Here's your money. I love you.
Sorry.
Is that what you're saying, Sue? I love you. Here's some
Pardon
money.
me?
Do you write?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I love you. Buy whatever you want because Grandma doesn't know anymore.
Okay. What do you think, Stephanie?
Well, I think it's fine if that's what people want and that's what the family wants to give. I'm a little concerned about why they don't have money to pay rent. Is it because of credit card debt? Is it because they're not living within their means?
Yeah.
I mean, there's just a lot of reasons why you would want cash, but I don't know. I still like buying gifts.
Yeah, I agree with you. The holidays are about joy and being with family and friends. Do you think financial concerns, Stephanie, should even be a part of that?
It's like weddings now. People just want money for their honeymoon fund. And the whole point was you would go and find something that spoke of you and of your friendship or your connection to the person. So I find it a little cold. I don't think it is in the spirit of Christmas. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm opposed.
I guess, you know, the grandkids, here's $100, right? That's what grandma, grandpa do, or they give you $25 or $50. But since Gen Z and millennials want cash the most, what to say about their financial situation compared to older generations, Sue?
I think that they need to get a handle on things if they're having issues. We had to, growing up, we didn't ask our parents for money to help pay rent or everything. We just took it as, you know, we did our thing. So God bless them. You know what? It's the holidays. It's time to love each other and enjoy and give whatever you know, not necessarily money, but just wonderful gifts.
All right, speaking of the upcoming holidays, if you're not giving money, what's the perfect Christmas or Hanukkah gift? Well, our Caitlin Kelly was out and she thinks she found the perfect stocking stuffer. Now picture this, Christmas Eve, still need some stocking stuffers. You head on over to Walgreens, you grab a few bags of candy, you walk the aisles, you head to the counter, and you see this. That's right just above the candy. That's at the register. Emergency contraceptives. Now, I'm all for being safe, but it's all about the real estate. Who decided that right above the junior mints and dots was the best place for a contraceptive? Brings a whole new meaning to a happy holiday. So no matter what you do, always be prepared. It's what a good neighbor does. Sherry, Cathedral City calls herself a dizzy senior because she's a dizzy senior. She needs some help moving household things around. Celeste Indio needs some cleaning help, looking for a reasonably priced housekeeper for her small apartment. Bill Rancho Mirage needs his ceiling can lights reinstalled, and he's looking for somebody who can take care of that for him. Lindsay in La Quinta's going water conscious. She wants to find somebody who can convert her front and backyards to desert scapes, maybe also build her a privacy wall in that front yard. If you're a good neighbor that speaks Spanish, we have news. Every night, I ask you to check out content on our show on NBCPalmSprings.com. Now, for folks who might be bilingual or want to know what's happening in other places in the valley, go to NoticiasPalmSprings.com. We rolled this out last week. Local news, live streaming newscasts, including 4 U.S.-focused newscasts a day in Spanish. Also news from around the region and internationally. We've got weather on there as well. There are shows for you to check out, radio stations to listen to. There's a whole page devoted to the upcoming World Cup. It's a work in progress. Check it out, NoticiasPalmSprings.com.
You You might not like everything we do.
Hey, we might not like everything you do.
We can still be friends.
Find Fred on Facebook and Instagram at Fred Rogan or email thedesertdean@gmail.com.
More patrols can't stop impatient drivers.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
All right, at times I know it feels like we're beating a dead horse when it comes to Highway 74. We show you video after video, and yet the people who drive the mountain keep passing on blind curves, speeding, and making bad decisions. Speaking of stupid decisions, take a look at this. So here we have a first, not only crossing the double line, going into a blind curve, but doing it at night on a highway known for crashes and huge potholes. So yeah, the stupid is strong with that one. And while we are speaking of crashes, we have another one to show you. This happened Friday and it looked pretty bad. So this took place 1 mile above Vista Point. Windshield destroyed, looks like the front passenger side is actually sitting on the pavement. We hope everybody walked away no matter whose fault. Another thing, accidents like this block the road, making the commute a nightmare. Now you know that Assemblyman Gonzalez and Wallace have been working on the problem and the CHP have heightened their presence on the mountain. Tina Bourgeois is Tristan Bourgeois' stepmother. She shared some statistics she received from Supervisor Perez's office this week, Manny Perez. These are for the weekend. They include 1 DUI arrest, 5 primary crash factor violations, 9 violations cited, 7 commercial vehicle safety inspections, 3 commercial vehicles, 3 commercial drivers were placed out of service. She also said that one of the commercial vehicle inspections had 32 violations. So why was that truck on the road, let alone allowed to be on Highway 74? She and the Bourgeois Ellington family sent out a statement thanking the CHP and those involved for their attention, leadership, and the commitment to addressing safety concerns impacting Highway 74 and the surrounding mountain communities. It said in part their willingness to listen, engage, and support action toward meaningful change honors the legacy of Tristan Bourgeois, whose life was tragically lost and whose memory continues to fuel our family's mission to help protect others from experience the same kind of heartbreak. We are deeply grateful for their dedication to safety, accountability, and the protection of the families who travel these roads every day. Our community reporter joins us next.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging.
Busy week for community reporter Amaya D'Souza, and she joins us now to talk about it. Amaya, welcome back to the show.
I love to be back.
Good Thanksgiving?
Yes, I did. You know, I love the desert.
Right.
And I talk about the Valley all the time, but one of my favorite places of all time is absolutely going to be New York City, and that's where I got to go this Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I got to go with my dance program. I've talked about it a couple times here, but this trip was especially special just because, well, of course it's fall in New York, and the holiday season is just, it's magical there. But I got to connect with mentors and teachers that previously came out here in the Valley. And so we had a week-long residency with a dance artist named Brandon Coleman, and I was really grateful because he set a solo on me for my senior capstone concert, which we performed in May. And it was a wonderful experience. I just kind of reminded to me why I like to dance so much and why I love it. And when I was in New York, I got to connect with him again. I got to take his class on top of, we saw The Outsiders on Broadway, The Rockettes, which that was always my childhood dream. I think I mentioned that to Tim. And of course, we saw The Nutcracker by New York City Ballet. And so I will always be such a dance nerd. And so New York is really just like the epicenter of all that. And it would not have been possible without my program. And that's why I kind of wanted to bring it up, because I was just telling you that this is show week. And it's stressful. You know, we're at school till 9 p.m. every single day, or if not even later. And there are times where you're kind of like, why do I do this? Like, why am I still at school 6 hours after the last bell rang? And, you know, at the end of it, and when you take that final bow, it's like, you're like, wow, like you made it through. And I think for me, especially as a senior, it's kind of hitting me. It's like, wow, this is my last winter concert ever. And I have got the opportunity to choreograph my own solo on myself. And that was a challenge in all that, just learning how to be more than just a mover, but to choreograph and to be a different type of artist. And so
I'm more than a mover. People have always said that. Me? More than a mover.
But I'm really proud of myself.
You know what? That was the worst fake laugh I have ever heard in my life. That was awful. You know what? You don't have to try to be nice if you didn't think it was funny.
I would love to see you on the dance floor.
Okay, well, nobody wants to see that. Anyway, go ahead.
But I'm really proud to present that piece this Friday. And so, I mean, if anyone would like to support, if anyone would love to come, tickets are on sale online or at the door. And I'll be sure to include a poster of our show. So, yeah.
That is so cool. We've missed you. Thank you for coming in as always. Thank you for the fake laugh. And good luck in the show, okay?
Thank you.
Hey, the Riddler joins us when we return.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Hey, riddle me this. What word is spelled incorrectly in every dictionary?
Is it true opposites attract?
If we're different, it makes it more exciting.
Hey, let's bridge the gap. Find Fred on Facebook and Instagram at Fred Rogan or email thedesertdean@gmail.com.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and
Hola, soy Kelly, la productora de contenido digital de Noticias Notivalle. Ya puedes visitar nuestro nuevo sitio web noticiaspalmsprings.com. Y claro, síguenos en TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, en Noticias Notivalle para no perderte ni una sola noticia local. Noticias Notivalle, siempre a tu lado.
What word is spelled incorrectly in every dictionary? Incorrectly.
I'd comment seeing people a little upset about how planning for the Festival of Lights in Palm Springs on Saturday was carried out. Here's what Kevin said. We didn't realize Bellardo Road was blocked this year, cutting off access to all the business parking lots to the buildings that face the parade route. Hundreds of parking spots were not accessible. They were empty. It was a disaster. Charlton felt the same way. Why would you ever make Bellardo Road one way on the parade night? It's one of the only thoroughfares to get back into that neighborhood. What in the world was somebody thinking? Isn't that always the question? What in the world were they thinking? Here's what I'm thinking. You're going to have a relaxing evening, but we're not. We're just getting started. We told you about NoticiasPalmSprings.com. Now, how about NBCPalmSprings.com? Because we go 24/7, you know that. Go to our new website, check out the shows, click on programs. There's the Rogan Report. Content from tonight will be up there, and from past shows as well. Appreciate you watching. Have a pleasant evening. Wheel of Fortune is next.